Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome into the Athletic Wellness Center here on the campus of Earlham College. I am Gerardo Byrne, bringing you today's last home game for the Quakers between the visiting Hulman Institute of Technology Fighting Engineers and your Earlham Quakers. Again, this is the final home game of the season for the Quakers, and they come in at 9-14 on the season, 5-11 in the ACAC play, while the Fighting Engineers are coming in 12-11, 9-7 in HCHC play. The Quakers are mathematically eliminated from the postseason, but they are trying to be bracket busters as the Engineers come in currently in 5th place with 2 games left on the season and fighting to maintain that 5th seed and looking to move up with the win over the Quakers today. When we come back, we will give you the scouting report on the Engineers and on the Quakers here at RadioTroyBroadcasting.com. We'll be back in just a moment.
Making spread every day, making process on time, so the freshness and flavor make the real difference in all of Mancini's. Mancini's of Richmond, give them a call at 966-1166. Go to the website, mancini'sofrichmond.com.
Of course he ain't got his phone up. Welcome back to the Athletic Wellness Center here at Earlham College. We're going to give you the scouting report on both teams. We're going to start off with the Fighting Engineers. They come in with a record of 12-11, 9-7 in the ACAC play. As I said, they are currently in 5th place in the conference standings, looking to get a win and trying to move up, or at very least maintain in the top 6. The top 6 go to the conference tournament in the for the playoffs. They come in having won their last game. They lost their last game. They lost their last game last Wednesday to Franklin, 73-71. They won their last game against Defiance, 88-80. You take a look at some of the team statistics. The Engineers come in averaging 73.6 points per game on a field goal percentage of 47.7%. They average 6.5 3-pointers made per game on 17 attempts with a team percentage of 37.3. They shoot about 19 free throws a game, making 13 for a team percentage of 67%. They average a total of 39 rebounds per game, coming in with 13.4 assists. They average 13.7 turnovers a game, along with 4 steals and 3 blocks. We're going to take a look at some of the scoring. They're led by Craig McGee, coming in averaging 17.4 points per game. Then you got John Zarnecki coming in with 9.3, and Eli Combs coming in averaging 8.5. We're going to take one more timeout. When we come back, we will give you the scouting report on the Earlham Quakers here at RadioTroyBroadcasting.com. Why are they playing out here and not on here?
Well, they should be, because there they are.
Yeah, I know. I can hear it, but when it comes to on here, you can hear it from here, but you can't hear it on here.
You know what? I'm not sure why it's not.
Best One Tire and Service has been committed to our partners since 1948. With more than 250 locations in 26 states, Best One puts over 1 million tires on the road every year. Superior tires, expert service, competitive prices. Best One Tire and Service, where the best costs less.
Hi, I'm Roger Clark with Best One of Richmond. Because Best One is one of Bridgestone's largest retailers, we offer exclusive Bridgestone savings. Visit us in Richmond to save on Bridgestone tires today.
These audio commercials.
Right.
Well, it looks like we'll be playing videos the whole day.
Think about the moments in your life, moments you might miss if you become ill. People often ignore their own health, even when their body is telling them something isn't right. Routine health screenings could be the difference between catching it early when it's more treatable or waiting until it's too late. Make time to have an annual wellness visit. Keep up with routine screenings so you don't miss out on any of your moments. Reed Health's team of experts can keep you in control of your health, making sure you stay right where you belong. Reed Health, right beside you.
Welcome back to the Athletic Wellness Center. We're going to give you the scouting report on the Earlham Quakers. Quakers come in with a 9-14 overall record, 5-11 in ACSC play. As I said, mathematically they are eliminated from the postseason, but they're going to try to be bracket busters this week. After today's game, they are on the road at Manchester for their final game of the season. Their last game, they won against Mount St. Joseph on what might be the most exciting game of the season for the Quakers. They were down 1 with 9 seconds to go, and Blake Bonin hit nearly a 30-foot three-pointer to win the game for the Quakers at the buzzer. We'll give you the team statistics coming into tonight's matchup. The Quakers average 72 points per game on the season, a field goal percentage of 45, a three-point percentage of 43. They come in averaging 9 threes per game, a team free throw percentage of 77, a total of 27 rebounds, 15.6 assists per game. They average 12.6 turnovers a game. Also, a team total of 6 steals per game and 1.8 blocks on the season. We'll give you some individual statistics. Kenneth Starling Jr. comes in averaging 10.2 points per game. The leading scorer for the Quakers, number 1, Chaney Zolman, averaging 15.6 points per game. Right behind them, Jamel Barnes Jr. with 15.5 points on the season. And the point guard, Blake Bonin, coming in averaging 11 points per game on the season. We're going to jump right into the starting lineup, starting with the Rose-Hulman Institute of Technology Fighting Engineers. Starting at forward, a 6'7 junior from Harrison, Ohio, number 5, Jacob Back. Starting at guard, a 6'2 junior from Danville, Indiana, number 10, Zach Callahan. Starting at guard, a 6'2 senior from Cincinnati, Ohio, number 11, Michael Lake. Starting at guard, a 6-foot junior from Loveland, Ohio, number 15, Craig McGee. And starting at forward, a 6'5 senior from Bloomfield, Indiana, number 40, Eli Combs. The Engineers are head coached by Rusty Lloyd in his 6th season with the Engineers. Now we're going to jump over to the Earlham Quakers. Quakers starting at forward, a 6'6 senior from North Manchester, Indiana, number 1, Chaney Zolman. Starting at guard, a 6'3 senior from Indianapolis, Indiana, number 13, Tariq El Dasugi. Starting at guard, a 5'11 freshman from Indianapolis, Indiana, number 24, A.J. White. Starting at guard, a 5'8 senior from Crown Point, Indiana, number 30, Blake Bonin. And rounding out the starting 5 for the Earlham Quakers, a 6'5 senior from Crown Point, Indiana, number 42, John Sacaleros. The Quakers are head coached by Joe Shores in his 1st season as head coach for the Quakers. Those are your starting lineups. We're going to take one last quick break. When we come back, we will have the opening tip-off here at RadioTroyBroadcasting.com.
We check 'em better. Every Wetzel Better Buy certified vehicle is fully inspected and reconditioned by ASE and factory-trained technicians. And each Better Buy vehicle comes with a Carfax vehicle history report, so you know you can buy a vehicle with confidence. We back 'em better with a 3-day satisfaction guarantee. Every Wetzel Better Buy certified comes with a 3-day or 300-mile satisfaction guarantee. If you don't like it within that 3 days or 300 miles, just bring it back and we'll exchange it for a vehicle of equal value. Every Wetzel Better Buy certified vehicle comes with a 12-month, 12,000-mile warranty. We price them better. We have dedicated individuals searching the entire country for the highest quality, lowest price vehicles for our inventory. In today's competitive market, we're constantly monitoring vehicle values to ensure that we're offering the best prices possible. We guarantee that every Wetzel Better Buy vehicle is the highest quality used car or truck around. Our reconditioning process guarantees that you are getting a vehicle as close to brand new as possible, and our warranties back that up.
The Iceland May Term is an opportunity to come to Iceland each year and immerse in a series of open-ended, multidisciplinary science problems.
Having the opportunity to go to Iceland is an opportunity to do science in a place where it matters.
Did we beat them last time?
No, we lost to them in overtime.
As Earlhamites, when we set our minds to do something, we see it through.
Because when we strive to do what's right,
we believe ways will open for us.
It's why we design inclusive playgrounds and innovative transportation solutions.
Why we work to solve water crises and pioneer new technology.
Why we commit to bridging gaps and exploring the unexpected.
It's why we stay curious.
Why we insist on better answers.
Because at Earlham,
we don't see the world as a project. We see it as our purpose.
And we recognize our own potential in making this earth more beautiful,
more just,
and more peaceful for everyone.
Earlham College.
Always moving forward.
Welcome back to the Athletic Wellness Center. The starters are being announced for the Quakers. Last time these two teams met, Hulman came out on top, 81-69 in overtime play. And final game of the season for the Quakers here at home. At the conclusion of this game, they will be at Manchester on Saturday for our men and females doubleheader last game of the season. The Quakers female team is at Hulman today. They are still in the running for a playoff spot. So we will keep you updated with our women's team and see how they're doing. They beat Hulman last game by 20. So we'll see if they can repeat that magic at Hulman and fight for a chance in the playoffs. Teams are ready. Jumping it up for the Engineers will be back, and Eldasugi will jump it up for the Quakers. Excuse me, Zolman is jumping it up for the Quakers. And opening tip-off, possession goes towards the Quakers. A.J. White will start the offense off for Earlham. Bonin on the drive. His floater, no good. And rebounded out to number 15, McGee. And McGee coming in, averaging 17.4 points on the season, the leading scorer for the Engineers. Late, tightly guarded by Eldasugi. Off to Callahan. The pump fake and turnover by Combs, stolen by A.J. White. First turnover of the game for the Engineers. No good by White, rebounded by Combs. McGee, full court pass up ahead to back, and he gets the layup and the first points of the game. White will bring it up. Hey, raise it up a little bit. Yeah. The handoff to Bonin. White on the wing, receiving the screen from Sacaleros. Bonin with the drive. 6 on the shot clock. Sacaleros has it stolen away by Callahan. Turnover by the Quakers. McGee out to Combs. Callahan at the top of the key. Callahan over to Lake. Nearly turned over by Rose Hulman. And White comes up with the steal and out of bounds. And the officials are talking if he had possession, and they're saying that White didn't have possession. So there is 3 seconds remaining on the shot clock for the Engineers. Coach Lloyd not agreeing with that call. And McGee will launch a half-court shot and out of bounds. Bonin, who had a terrific game against Mount St. Joe this past Saturday, will pass it off to A.J. White. Bonin, a senior, playing in his last game here at Earlham College, as the bucket is good from freshman A.J. White. White is tabbed for the assignment of McGee tonight. White very good on defense, likes to hound his defender. Turnover by the Engineers, stolen by Bonin. Eldasugi, who had a season-high 12 rebounds this past Saturday against Mount St. Joe. Bonin on the wing, going baseline. Good pass out to White. Open three-point attempt. And he doesn't get it to fall. Out of bounds. Possession going to the Fighting Engineers. McGee will bring it up for the Engineers. Both teams coming out a little slow. Back over to Combs. McGee going baseline. Callahan into the paint. Nice footwork. Gets the shot off, and he gets the friendly bounce to give the Engineers the lead 4-2. White out to Zolman. Zolman in the corner. He will launch the three-point shot, and he gets it to fall for the Quakers for his first bucket of the game. McGee trying to go left. Callahan open. Baseline shot. Gets it to fall. Back-to-back buckets for Callahan. And the Engineers retake the lead 6-5. Eldasugi going baseline. Cross-court pass to Zolman. And he is fouled. Foul will go against number 5, Jacob Back. And substitutions coming in for the Fighting Engineers as number 30, Terry Hicks, comes in for Back. And also number 50, John Zarnecki, checking in for Michael Lake. White going to his left hand, tries to dump it off to Sacaleros. Nearly a steal, but he gets it back. The floater, no good, rebounded by Hicks. Quakers have gotten some good looks, but haven't been able to capitalize so far. Eldasugi out on McGee. The three-pointer from Hicks, no good, rebounded by Eldasugi. And Bonin will walk it up for the Quakers. Quakers are not much of a fast break team. They like to walk it up and run their half-court offense. White on the wing, receiving the screen from Zolman. Dump off to Sacaleros. Pump fake, and he will be fouled by Callahan. And Sacaleros will go to the free throw line to shoot 2. That is the second team foul on the Fighting Engineers. First personal foul on Callahan. Sacaleros' first free throw falls short. He's got a chance to tie the game up with this free throw. Second free throw falls. And the game all tied up at 6. McGee with a hard hit from Sacaleros, passes it off to Zarnecki. Zarnecki with the drive, corner to Hicks, wide open three-point attempt, and Hicks gets it to fall for a 3-point lead for the Fighting Engineers. Bonin being played tough by McGee. Passes it off to White. Rose Hulman not doing switching on defense. The pull-up mid-range from White is good. And the Quakers trail by 1. Quakers on every ball screen are hedging very hard. Hicks trying to go baseline, but back out to McGee. The tip pass off White. Hicks comes up with it, and he gets the layup for the Engineers. And they push the lead back to 3. White going inside to Zolman. Zolman will face up, launch the mid-ranger, and he gets it to fall. Zolman very deadly when he faces you up. He can go by you, and he's got a very good jump shot as Zarnecki gets fouled, and he gets the layup to go. Substitution as number 31, Max Chaplin, will come in for McGee. And a timeout will be called by the Quakers. We're going to take a quick timeout ourselves. Earlham trails 13-10 on the Wesley Baseball Management scoreboard, and we'll be right back in just a moment.
The Iceland May Term is an opportunity to come to Iceland each year and immerse in a series of open-ended, multidisciplinary science problems.
Having the opportunity to go to Iceland is an opportunity to do science in a place where it matters.
Welcome back to the Athletic Wellness Center. That last foul went on Il Dasugi, his first personal and the Quakers' first team foul. Zarnecki going to the free throw line, try to complete the three-point play and push the Rose Hulman lead to 4. The free throw is good. And Bonin will bring it up for the Quakers over to White. A turnover by Bonin as the official calls traveling violation. And coming into the matchup for the Engineers will be number 54, Vuk Zurich, a 6'7" freshman from Chicago, Illinois. Zurich over to Hicks. Great defense by Sacaleros and the rest of the Quakers. The dump off pass to Callahan, blocked by Zolman, recovered by Bonin. And the officials have to stop the game. The shot clock wasn't able to reset. So the officials will set the shot clock to 23. And the substitution for the Quakers as Kenneth Stalling Jr. will check in for Sacaleros for the first substitution for the Quakers in tonight's matchup. White inbounds it to Stalling. Rose Hulman trying to run Bonin off the three-point line. And a whistle blown, foul called against the Engineers. And the call will go against the Quakers, actually, and they're going to call an offensive foul on Blake Bonin. The official had a conversation, and they changed their minds and decided to go with the offensive foul. So Bonin will be charged with his first personal. And now there's an official timeout as the referees will huddle together. I guess they need to talk about it a little bit longer. We're not sure what's going on. It seemed like the official initially called it on the defense. Then a couple of referees got together and they changed it to an offensive foul. Now an official instructed both teams to go to their benches while they discuss it further. And they change it back to a defensive foul. So it seems like the final call on that whistle was a defensive foul. Not sure who they called it against. So Quaker basketball. So Bonin does not have a personal foul. White on the drive, out to Stalling Jr. Nice cross-court pass to White. He'll pull the three-point attempt. No good. Offensive rebound by Stalling. And he gets the putback as well. Hicks going inside to Durek. Going baseline. His layup no good. Rebounded by El Dasugi. Bonin will call the half-court offense. White off the screen from Zolman. Zolman with the drive, out to El Dasugi. Stalling Jr. going baseline, and he gets the dunk to tie the game up for the Quakers. Stalling Jr. blew by his defender, and he does have some springs, as you just saw on that last play. Hicks out to Jurek. In the corner, Chaplin's three, no good. And knocked out of bounds by Blake Bonin. So we'll be fighting Engineers basketball as Michael Lake will check back in for Callahan. Shot clock resets to 20. And Lake gets an easy layup off the inbound play from the Engineers. The assist from Chaplin. Stalling Jr. hands it off to White. Bonin. Engineers so far doing a good job of running him off the three-point line. The missed three from White. Chaplin over to Hicks. Hicks driving middle. Has it poked away by Stalling. And eventually possession will go to the Quakers as it was knocked out of bounds off of Hicks. So a turnover by Rose Hulman initiated by Stalling Jr. And substitution as number 2, Anthony Phillips, will check in for A.J. White. And Sacaleros will check back in for El Dasugi. And play resumes as Phillips will bring it up. for the Quakers. Quakers in their half-court offense like to do a lot of dribble handoffs. Bonin over to Phillips. And a turnover by the Quakers, stolen by Jurek. The handoff to Hicks. And a three-point shot by Lake goes over the backboard and out of bounds. Eli Combs will check in for Zarnecki. Phillips will bring it up for the Quakers. Quakers trail by 2. The handoff to Bonin and an offensive foul on Cheney Zolman as he gets hit with the illegal screen. That is his first personal foul. Chaplin over to Combs. Well defended by Sacaleros. Over to Durick. Hicks will launch the open three-point attempt, and he hits nothing but net to push the Rose-Hulman lead to 5. Bonin off the screen. He will launch the mid-range shot, and he gets it to fall for the Quakers, and they cut the Engineers' lead to 3. Durick on the wing. Trying to go baseline, cut off by Zolman. Combs over to Chaplin. And Lake on the cut gets the layup to fall off the sweet pass from Max Chaplin. Phillips calls the half-court offense out. Finds Bonin off the screen from Sacaleros. Gets into the paint, out to Zolman. He will launch the 3. No good. Offensive rebound by Sacaleros. Right back to Zolman. His shot attempt no good. Rebounded by Combs. Combs at the top of the key. Another pass to Lake off the cut, but no good. And out of bounds off the Engineers. Substitution as El Dasuki checks in for Zolman. White in for Bonin. Craig McGee in for the Engineers, along with number 5, Jacob Beck for Durick, Lake, and also in for the Engineers, number 23, Samvit Ram, in for the first time tonight. White coming off the screen from El Dasugi. They go right inside, cross court to Phillips. Phillips over to Sacaleros, cross court to White. White over to Stalling Jr. He'll launch the 3. No good. And rebounded by Eli Combs. Craig McGee on the drive. Launched the right-hand floater. No good. Rebounded by Sacaleros. And White will walk it up. White to receive a screen from Sacaleros. Out to El Dasugi. White on the wing. Nearly turns it over, but is able to recover it. He will launch the three-point attempt. Falls short. Offensive rebound by Stalling Jr. The pass to El Dasugi. And he gets the layup to fall. That play saved by Stalling Jr. He is what I like to call the man who does the dirty work, gets the steals, the offensive rebounds, plays great defense. Ram over to McGee. Four on the shot clock. McGee launches the 3, and he gets it to go. And a timeout called by the Engineers. They lead at 24-18 on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. They will be right back in just a moment.
Best One Tire and Service has been committed to our partners since 1948. With more than 250 locations in 26 states, Best One puts over 1 million tires on the road every year. Superior tires, expert service, competitive prices. Best One Tire and Service, where the best costs less.
Hi, I'm Roger Clark with Best One of Richmond. Because Best One is one of Bridgestone's largest retailers, we offer exclusive Bridgestone savings. Visit us in Richmond to save on Bridgestone tires today.
Welcome back to the Athletic Wellness Center. 6:13 remaining in the first half. Earlham trailing at 24-18. We'll give you an update on what's going on in the rest of Earlham athletics. Our women's lacrosse team season opener tonight, they lost at DePaul 15-5. And right now our women's basketball team just started the second quarter. They are trailing Rose Hulman 19-14. And that is what's going on with Earlham College athletics as both teams break the huddle. Blake Bonin has checked back in for Phillips. And so far tonight, Coach Shores has shortened his bench rotation. I'm not sure if anything happened. Haven't seen Jamel Barnes on the floor yet. Don't know if he has an injury. He is in uniform tonight. Bonin on the wing. Out to Zolman, who gets a great look at the three-pointer. No good. And rebounded by McGee. Ram inside the Combs. Poked away by El Dasugi, and it goes out of bounds. Possession will stay with the Engineers. McGee, the inbounder. And knocked out of bounds off of back. And a turnover by the Engineers. White to initiate the offense. Nearly draws the double team. Bonin will launch a deep three. Falls just short. Rebounded by Ram. He will bring it up for the Engineers. Corner pass to Hicks, who gets blocked by El Dasugi with 19 on the shot clock. McGee, the inbounder. Ram with the mid-range shot, no good. Rebounded by Zolman. Zolman with the handoff to Bonin. El Dasugi back to Zolman at the top of the key. He wants to drive left. El Dasugi in the corner. Zolman with the drive is fouled. I think the whistle was blown before the shot, so it will stay on the floor. Call goes against number 5, Jacob Back. That is his second personal foul. And number 50, John Zarnecki, is back into the matchup for the Engineers. The inbound to Bonin. Floater falls off the handoff from Zolman. McGee over to Combs. Zarnecki recovers it. Over to McGee. The nice pass to Hicks. Not sure how McGee was able to slide that through the defense, but with the great assist, Hicks puts the Engineers back up by 6. Bonin over to El Dasugi. Drives baseline out to Zolman. He will launch the three. Off the back iron. Rebounded by McGee. McGee pushing it in transition. He will take the floater himself. Blocked by Zolman. Recovered by Stalling. And a great defensive play made by Zolman. White over to Bonin with 15 on the shot clock. White will drive baseline. And no call on the play as he loses it. Turnover by the Quakers. Recovered by McGee. McGee over to Zarnecki. Going inside to Combs. Nice spin move, and he goes up and under for the layup and pushes the Engineer lead to 8, which is their largest lead of the game so far. White over to Bonin. Draws the double team. One extra pass to White. White trying to drive. Somehow splits Hicks and Graham. Gets fouled on the layup attempt. Foul goes on number 23, Samvit Ram. And A.J. White at the free throw line for 2. First free throw falls. Substitution for the Engineers as Callahan checks in for Hicks. White's second free throw is good. That's the Engineer lead to 6. McGee splits the double team, gets the floater to fall. Easy basket for McGee right there. White receiving the screen from El Dasugi. Zolman in the corner, out to Stalling Jr. Zolman trying to fight for position inside. Bonin going baseline. El Dasugi will be called for the travel and a turnover by the Quakers. Quakers trail by 8, and they go to a zone defense. And a steal by Stalling Jr. Coach Shores calls out the offense. Stalling Jr. on the wing, and he is called for the travel. Another turnover by the Quakers. For those tuning in, if you want to go to GoEarlham.com, you can follow the live stats there. Zarnecki inside pass to Combs, and his layup falls, and the Quakers now trail by 10. Timeout called by the Quakers with 1:56 remaining in the first half. Rose Hulman leads it 32-22. 1:56 remaining. We're going to keep it here. Right now we're having some technical malfunctions with our audio commercials. So some commercials will play video, some will keep it here. We'll give you some of the live stats. That last turnover, that is turnover number 8 for the Quakers. It will be Quaker basketball. 1:56 remaining in the first half. White will bring it up. El Dasugi off to White. And Zolman gets held on his cut, and an offensive foul will be called against the Quakers. Call goes against number 30, Blake Bonin. And that is his first personal, team third. As the official said, he pushed on the screen. McGee goes to the left wing, out to Combs. The backdoor cut from Lake. Misses the layup, but the putback from Zarnecki is good. And Rose Hulman ups their lead to 12. As White gets fouled trying to split the double team. Foul goes against number 40, Eli Combs, his first personal. Rolls home in 16 foul as Sacaleros will check in for El Dasugi. And notice Coach Shores has gone real short on rotation tonight. He's only played 7 guys. And we'll see if he sticks with that. Not sure what's going on, if there was something in-house. Said Jamel Barnes hasn't set foot on the court so far this half. Sacaleros over to Zolman. Bonin stuck in the paint. Out to White. 7 on the shot clock. White pulls up the mid-range. No good. And rebounded by McGee. Lake over to McGee. And the nice pass to Callahan off the cut from the screen from Lake and pushes the Rolls-Hulman lead to 14. Right now, Earlham's getting beat by the cut. As that time it was Callahan. Zolman will drive middle, loses it, turnover by the Quakers. And McGee will pull it out, and Rolls-Hulman looks like they will pull and hold for the last shot. They can't see the basket. 4 on the Combs with the open 3, no good. And Zolman will launch the full court shot, no good. And that is going to end the first half. Earlham trailing it 36-22. 15 minutes on the clock for our halftime. We're going to take a quick timeout. When we come back, we will go over the first half stats here on RadioTroyBroadcasting.com. Quakers trail 36-22 on the Wesley-based Wealth Management scoreboard. We will be right back in just a few moments.
We check them better. Every Wetzel Better Buy certified vehicle is fully inspected and reconditioned by ASE and factory-trained technicians. And each Better Buy vehicle comes with a Carfax vehicle history report, so you know you can buy a vehicle with confidence. We back 'em better with a 3-day satisfaction guarantee. Every Wetzel Better Buy certified comes with a 3-day or 300-mile satisfaction guarantee. If you don't like it within that 3 days or 300 miles, just bring it back and we'll exchange it for a vehicle of equal value. Every Wetzel Better Buy certified vehicle comes with a 12-month, 12,000-mile warranty. We price them better. We have dedicated individuals searching the entire country for the highest quality, lowest price vehicles for our inventory. In today's competitive market, we're constantly monitoring vehicle values to ensure that we're offering the best prices possible. We guarantee that every Wetzel Better Buy vehicle is the highest quality used car or truck around. Our reconditioning process guarantees that you are getting a vehicle as close to brand new as possible, and our warranties back that up.
Life back to the city of Houston, like.
Greatest thing ever happened for Oscar Robertson. He learned to compete.
Basketball in Indiana has a special legacy. It starts with the coaches, develops with the fans, and ends with an amazing community support.
I think one of these days when you're done and you're retired and you kind of shelve that piece of your life, you can look back and be like, wow, that's really incredible.
To play in a state tournament, to be able to play in college, to be able to coach high school girls, and then to be able to see my son coach, basketball has been my life.
Any opportunity I got to play basketball, I played it. You know, that's what I wanted to do. That's what I love doing, and still today I love the game.
And every time Dad put me in, I think as a freshman, sophomore, there was booing. And then the exciting turnaround when I was a junior and senior, every time he took me out, he got booed. So those were fun times.
Basketball got me an education. Got me to be a worldly person as far as reading articles. got me to be artistic and understand the cultures of the world, the ballet, the opera. It just opened up your whole mind and thoughts about things other than what you can reach out and touch.
Because I never dreamed of going to college, and basketball gave me the opportunity to not only go to college, but play professional ball, and I've been around it my whole life. I'm 58 now, and I've been involved for a lot of years.
Where else can you walk around? I'm a 65-year-old man, and people say, George, oh, I remember you in '69 with your high school state championship team. I saw you at Butler. I mean, it's incredible. This is the only place here in Indiana that happens.
Think about the moments in your life, moments you might miss if you become ill. People often ignore their own health, even when their body is telling them something isn't right. Routine health screenings could be the difference between catching it early when it's more treatable or waiting until it's too late. Make time to have an annual wellness visit. Keep up with routine screenings so you don't miss out on any of your moments. Reed Health's team of experts can keep you in control of your health, making sure you stay right where you belong. Reed Health, right beside you.
Looking to kickstart your fundraiser? Take your fundraising efforts to the next level with expert support from Suds Fundraising and get access to a fundraising kit full of quality products people can't wait to get their hands on, a dedicated web store to reach your online audience, a digital marketing kit that allows you to convert leads easily, and so much more. Let us help you reach your fundraising goals on time. Visit sudsfundraising.com to get started today.
Anthony may run. Anthony ain't doing it, bro. I'm telling you.
Anthony could run, bro. He fast.
If you drive through the country back then, there was a basketball hoop everywhere.
So there were 74 boys in the top 4 grades at Milan. 58 of them came out for basketball.
It's the passion, the camaraderie.
I've played all over the world, and definitely I feel like Indiana is respected and well known for basketball.
The way that the people here in the state have embraced Indiana high school basketball is really unbelievable.
It's the euphoria, it's the excitement, we played on every Friday, Saturday night.
Yes, that is true. But one, this ain't high school. Not everybody wants.
Best One Tire and Service has been committed to our partners since 1948. With more than 250 locations in 26 states, Best One puts over 1 million tires on the road every year. Superior tires, expert service, competitive prices. Best One Tire and Service, where the best costs less.
Hi, I'm Roger Clark with Best One of Richmond. Because Best One is one of Bridgestone's largest retailers, we offer exclusive Bridgestone savings. Visit us in Richmond to save on Bridgestone tires today.
Yeah, he's not going to.
We check them better. Every Wetzel Better Buy certified vehicle is fully inspected and reconditioned by ASE and factory trained technicians. And each Better Buy vehicle comes with a Carfax vehicle history report, so you know you can buy a vehicle with confidence. We back 'em better with a 3-day satisfaction guarantee. Every Wetzel Better Buy certified comes with a 3-day or 300-mile satisfaction guarantee. If you don't like it within that 3 days or 300 miles, just bring it back and we'll exchange it for a vehicle of equal value. Every Wetzel Better Buy certified vehicle comes with a 12-month, 12,000-mile warranty. We price them better. We have dedicated individuals searching the entire country for the highest quality, lowest price vehicles for our inventory. In today's competitive market, we're constantly monitoring vehicle values to ensure that we're offering the best prices possible. We guarantee that every Wetzel Better Buy vehicle is the highest quality used car or truck around. Our reconditioning process guarantees that you are getting a vehicle as close to brand new as possible, and our warranties back that up.
For the past 35 years, Van Vliet Insurance has built a reputation of bringing a personal touch. That's because at Van Vliet, it's all about you, your needs, your life, and our town. Along with providing quality coverage to individuals, families, and local businesses, we're proud of our community and the opportunity we have to protect your future within it. Van Vliet Insurance, an Erie Insurance representative. Hometown professionals at work for you.
Where's kids go? You know, Cap. Like, where's Lauren's kids when you need them? And get a lot of kids.
Think about the moments in your life, moments you might miss if you become ill. People often ignore their own health, even when their body is telling them something isn't right. Routine health screenings could be the difference between catching it early when it's more treatable or waiting until it's too late. Make time to have an annual wellness visit. Keep up with routine screenings so you don't miss out on any of your moments. Reed Health's team of experts can keep you in control of your health, making sure you stay right where you belong. Reed Health, right beside you.
Welcome back to the Athletic Wellness Center. We're going to go over the first half stats with you here at Radio Troy Broadcast. Again, the Quakers trailing 36-22. In the first half, Rose Hulman shot 16 of 28 from the field. The shooting percentage of 57%. They went 3 of 7 from the three-point line, shooting percentage of 43%. They went 1 of 1 from the free throw line. They had a total of 6 turnovers. They had 9 points off the Quaker turnovers, 14 total rebounds, 11 assists, 4 steals, 15 bench points, and 20 points in the paint. Now you go over to the Quaker side. Quaker shot 9 of 23, 39% from the field, 1 of 10 from the three-point line, 3 of 4 from the free throw line, 10 turnovers, 0 points off the Rose Hulman turnovers, 12 rebounds, 7 assists. They have 4 blocks and 5 steals, 4 bench points, and only 6 points in the paint. Right now, Terry Hicks leads all scorers with 10 points. Zach Callahan with 6, Craig McGee with 5, Zarnecki with 5, and Lake with 4, along with Eli Combs, who has 4. And the Quakers have only played 7 players so far, and Phillips has only played a few minutes, so 6 have been getting the majority of the first half minutes. A.J. White leads the Earlham scorers with 6, Zolman with 5, Stalling and Bonin with 4, and El Dasuki with 2. And that is your first half stats here at Radio Troy Broadcasting. We'll give you an update right now on what's going on with our women's team at Rose Hulman tonight, who are still in the hunt for a playoff spot, needing wins tonight and Saturday to help their chances. Right now, they are trailing Rose Hulman at the half, 32-24. I mentioned earlier our women's lacrosse team, who opened up their season today at DePaul, suffered a defeat 15-5. We'll go and give you some of the scores around the NCAA here on Wednesday night. We'll start with the men's, as number 11 Louisville leads Syracuse 49-40. Number 13 Auburn trails Georgia 39-32. Number 21 Butler and number 16 Seton Hall tied at 57. East Carolina trailing Memphis 43-33. Furman trailing East Tennessee State University 44-41. SF Austin ahead of Central Arkansas 39-20. Illinois State trailing Loyola Chicago 13-7. And some of the games that will tip off later, as Duke and NC State, Villanova at DePaul, Tulsa at Houston, Kansas State at Texas Tech, and Boise State at San Jose State. Now we'll give you the scores going on with the NCAA women, as number 6 UConn leads Tulane 59-23 in the third quarter. George Washington ahead of Dayton, up 34-31. TCU trailing Kansas State 24-17 at the half. And number 7 Maryland ahead of Wisconsin 16-6 in the first quarter. And number 18 is ahead of Rutgers 16-14 at the start of the second quarter. Now we will give you some of the NBA scores. That the games don't start till tomorrow. Excuse me. They're on the last day of their All-Star break. And that is going to do it for us here at the halftime report. We're going to take one more timeout. When we come back, we will have the start of the second half for you here at Radio Detroit Broadcasting. Once again, we apologize for the technical difficulties we're facing with our audio commercials. That's why we're replaying a lot of the video commercials.
I got this.
I got this.
I got this.
At Harrington Hogue, we believe your life belongs to you. That's why we work hard to make sure that your insurance coverage is the last thing you have to worry about. So when it comes to keeping you protected,
We got this.
And I mean, some games I'll shoot video as well. You see what I do. Welcome back to the Athletic Wellness Center. We are set to start the second half for you here at Earlham College. Quakers trailing by 14. Just found out at halftime that Jamel Barnes was late to either shoot around or practice yesterday. Not sure. We just heard that he was late to something, and that is why he has yet to check into the game. So we'll see if it was just the first half punishment or if it's a full game. But right now, Starling Jr. out with the starting five. And Eldasugi will start the second half on the bench. And we'll see if Coach Schroyer sticks with the 6-7 man rotation or if he opens up the bench a little bit more. And the Engineers will start the second half with possession. McGee over the back. Eli Combs, cross court to Callahan. And what hurt the Quakers in the first half on defense was a lot of the backdoor cuts. As McGee will launch the three. Short, rebounded by Zolman. A.J. White will initiate the Quaker offense. Bonin on the wing. Zolman trying to back down back. The right hand hook shot falls. And the first bucket of the second half for the Quakers. Lake over the back. And an offensive foul being called against the Engineers. Call going against number 11, Michael Lake, team's first personal foul. And his first personal. Zolman the handoff to Bonin. Zolman at the top of the key. Sets a screen for Bonin. And his layup blocked. Rebounded by Combs. Rose Holman has numbers. Michael Lake, the extra pass to Callahan, nearly stolen by Bonin. And as the entry pass, tipped by Zolman, stolen by the Quakers. Turnover by the Engineers. White on the drive. Out to Stalling. The handoff to Bonin. Back over to Stalling. He'll pull the mid-range jump shot, and he gets it to fall. And the Quakers with back-to-back buckets. They cut the lead to 10. Back at the top of the three-point line. Looking for somebody to pass it to. Zolman playing tight defense. Throws it to McGee. 5 on the shot clock. Lake with a good look on the three-point shot. No good. Rebounded by Beck. And he gets the layup to fall for Rose. And the lead back to 12. The handoff to Zolman. Stalling on the wing. Thought about the three. Goes on the block to Zolman. He faces up back. Now trying to back him down. Fadeaway jump shot, no good. Rebounded by Combs. And a bad pass by McGee. Turnover by the Engineers. White initiating the offense. $15 on the shot clock. Again, Engineers have been doing a very good job of not letting Bonin, get open three-point looks off the screens. Whistle blown, foul going against Back, his third personal. And that is the second team foul. And Jamel Barnes has checked into the game for the Quakers for Chaney Zolman. And Zarnecki checks in for Back for the Engineers. The handoff to Bonin. Out to Stalling Jr., who shoots the three-pointer. No good. Rebounded by McGee. On the wing, Callahan. As Combs trying to post up Barnes, but Callahan makes the layup off the pass from Lake. Callahan got free on a backdoor cut. And the lead back to 14. Stalling Jr. gets the layup to fall. Right now the Quakers are going 4 guards. Eli Combs gets fouled on the post entry pass by Stalling Jr. Combs does have a size advantage on Stalling Jr., so we'll see if Rose tries to take advantage of that as Terry Hicks checks in for Callahan. Hicks involved in a jump ball between Barnes, and the possession arrow points toward the Quakers, so it will be Quaker basketball. Bonin initiating the half-court offense. And a stoppage in time by the official as Chaney Zolman comes in for A.J. White. And I think he had blood on his hand as our trainer is checking out A.J. White. So Zolman comes in. It will be Quaker basketball with 20 seconds on the shot clock. Barnes, the pass to Sacaleros, his layup blocked by Hicks and recovered by McGee. In the corner, Hicks, open three-point attempt, and he gets the three to fall. So he gets the block and the three-point shot to push the Engineer lead to 15. Barnes on the drive, out to Stalling Jr., the handoff to Zolman. They go right inside to Zolman, trying to back down Zarnecki. Trying to go up and under. No whistle, recovered by Sacaleros, out to Bonin. 7 on the shot clock. And the pass stolen by Hicks, and he will be fouled by Blake Bonin as he tried to reach in and get the steal. And it looks like we have a timeout called by the Quakers And the Quakers trailing 43-28 on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. We'll be right back in just a moment.
As Earlhamites, when we set our minds to do something, we see it through.
Because when we strive to do what's right,
we believe ways will open for us.
It's why we design inclusive playgrounds and innovative transportation solutions.
Why we work to solve water crises and pioneer new technology.
Why we commit to bridging gaps and exploring the unexpected.
It's why we stay curious.
Why we insist on better answers.
Because at Earlham,
we don't see the world as a project. We see it as our purpose.
And we recognize our own potential in making this earth more beautiful,
more just,
and more peaceful for everyone.
Earlham College.
Always moving forward.
Welcome back to the Athletic Wellness Center. 14:35 remaining in the second half. Earlham trailing at 43-28. It will be Rose Hulman possession. That last foul going against Blake Bonin. That is his second personal. And that is the second team foul on the Quakers. Max Chaplin has checked into the matchup for the Engineers. McGee over to Chaplin. McGee with the drive. Has it knocked out of bounds? It will stay with the Engineers. With 19 on the shot clock. McGee inbounds it to Chaplin. Gets a good look at the mid-range shot. Rebounded by Barnes. Bonin will hand it off to Stalling Jr. Out to Sacaleros. Barnes on the wing. Pull the mid-ranger. No good. Rebounded by Combs. And he will be called for a foul on the rebound as he will be called pushing Sacaleros. That is his second personal, third team foul on the Engineers. Shot clock resets to 20. Bonin out to Barnes. Out to Stalling Jr. Stalling Jr. going baseline. The shot no good. Rebounded by Hicks. Hicks in offensive transition. And he will slow it up. And he will be fouled by Jamel Barnes. That will be his first personal and the third team foul on the Quakers. Chaplin over to Zarnecki. Chaplin will launch the three. And no good. A whistle blown. Foul called against the Quakers. Call will go against number 42, Sacaleros. This is first personal, the fourth team foul on the Quakers. Combs on the drive, out to Hicks. And a foul called against Jamel Barnes. That is his second personal. And three straight fouls called on the Quakers this possession alone as A.J. White will check in for Bonin. And that pushes the team foul total to 5 for the Quakers. McGee on the drive, pulls the floater, and he does not get it to go. Rebounded by Zolman. White up ahead to Stalling. The Euro step layup does not fall, but he gets his own rebound. He goes back up, and this time he gets the layup to fall. Zarnecki on the drive. He gets the layup to fall and one. The foul will go against number 0, Stalling Jr. And Zarnecki has an opportunity to complete the three-point play and push the lead to 16 as Michael Lake comes in for McGee. Hicks will check out for Sambit Ram. And the free throw from Zarnecki is good. And Rose Hulman's lead up to 16. White over to Barnes. Barnes back across to White. He'll launch the three. Falls short, rebounded by Combs. Chaplin just gets it off to Lake before a 5-second call. And a timeout will be called by the Engineers. Quakers trailing it 46-30 on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. We'll be right back in just a moment.
The Iceland May Term is an opportunity to come to Iceland each year and immerse in a series of open-ended, multidisciplinary science problems.
Having the opportunity to go to Iceland is an opportunity to do science in a place where it matters.
Welcome back to the Athletic Wellness Center here at Earlham College. Earlham trailing it by 16 with 12:21 remaining in the second half. It is Rose Hulman possession with 14 seconds on the shot clock. Zarnecki the handoff to Lake. 5 on the shot clock. Chaplin will take the layup, gets it just short, rebounded by Zolman. Zolman off to Sacaleros, back out to Stalling Jr. He'll go baseline, and the basket does not count. He has fouled on the drive. Max Chaplin called for the foul, his first personal, the 4th team foul for the Engineers. Barnes the inbounder to White. White trying to go middle, out to Stalling Jr. Fakes the three, but will be called for the travel. Another turnover by the Quakers. Also into the ball game for Rose Hulman is number 54, Vuk Zurich. Lake over to Jurek. And a foul called against Rose Hulman as Jurek held White and prevented him from coming up with the steal. That'll be his first personal and the 15th foul for Rose. Bonin has checked in for Sacaleros. Barnes on the wing. Out to White. Stalling Jr. fakes the three. Bonin will launch the three. And he gets it to fall. And now the crowd is back into it. So we'll see if the Quakers can feed off their energy and get a few stops here. Steal by the Quakers. A.J. White initiates the offense. Barnes on the wing. Out to Stalling Jr. The handoff to White. 12 on the shot clock. And Bonin is fouled on the play. Call going against number 31, Max Chaplin, his second. The 16th foul and a few substitutions for the Engineers as McGee will check in for Rom and back in for Durek. Barnes to inbound. at the top of the key. Off the screen from Zolman. Starlin Jr. driving baseline. Dribbles it back out. 5 on the shot clock. Barnes' floater, no good, but he gets his own rebound. Starlin Jr. open 3, and he does not get it to fall, rebounded by McGee. They get it inside to Zarnecki. Chaplin, cross-court pass to Lake. He'll launch the 3, and he gets it to fall. And pushes the lead back up to 16. Bonin on the drive, out to Zolman. Zolman's layup, no good, but he is fouled on the shot. 9:44 remaining in the second half. And Zolman going to the free throw line for 2. Foul called was against Zarnecki, his first personal. That is the 17th foul against Rose. And the next foul from the Quakers will be the 17th foul. So both teams are in the bonus from here on out. Zolman gets the first free throw to fall. Second free throw is good. McGee over the back. He gets double teamed by Barnes and Stalling. Cross court pass to Lake. Open 3-point attempt, no good. Rebounded by Zarnecki, and he is fouled on the layup attempt by Barnes. That is Barnes' third personal, and Zarnecki going to the free throw line for a pair. Free throw from Zarnecki is good. Second free throw is good, and Zarnecki gets both of them to fall. Bonin the handoff to Barnes. White splits the double team. His layup falls as he went right to the chest of back. McGee over to Zarnecki. Rose Hulman being very patient with their offensive sets as Chaplin's open 3 does not fall. Rebounded by White. And he will slow it up and wait for the rest of the Quakers to come back down the court. Bonin, cross court to Barnes. Zolman driving middle, and he will be called for the charge. Offensive foul against Zolman as McGee took the charge. And a timeout called by the Earlham Quakers with 8:31 remaining in the second half. Earlham trailing 51-37 on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, and we'll be right back here in just a moment.
If you drive through the country back then, there was a basketball hoop everywhere.
So there were 74 boys in the top 4 grades at Milan. 58 of them came out for basketball.
It's the passion, the camaraderie.
I've played all over the world, and definitely I feel like Indiana is respected and well known for basketball.
The way that the people here in the state have embraced Indiana high school basketball is really unbelievable.
It's the euphoria, it's the excitement, we played on every Friday, Saturday night.
Welcome back to the Athletic Wellness Center. 8:31 remaining in the second half. Earlham trailing it by 14. Give you an updated score on our women's team as they trail Rose Hulman 40-37 with 2 minutes remaining in the third quarter. game. Very important for our women's team as they are still alive in the playoff hunt. They need each win. And right now at the end of the third quarter, it is tied up 40-40 going into the fourth for our women's team. It will be Rose Hulman basketball as Chaplin will bring it up. And it looks like a whistle blown as Hicks is called for a 5-second violation, so turnover. AJ White out to Bonin. Bonin thought about the three, going baseline, back out to Barnes. He gets an open look, and he gets it to fall. And Earlham has cut it to 11. Back over to Lake. Lake at the top of the key. Finds Hicks. 8 on the shot clock. Chaplin will launch the three. And he matches Barnes with a three of his own. As we're approaching 7 minutes remaining. Stalling Jr. on the wing out to White. Barnes finds Stalling on the wing. He's driving baseline. And off of Chaplin, so it will stay Quaker basketball. With 9 seconds remaining on the shot clock, Zarneski and McGee checking in for the Engineers for Back and Chaplin.
Come on, boy, let's go. Come on, here we go.
9 seconds on the shot clock. Bonin's pass to Stalling. He gets fouled on the shot attempt. The shot does not fall, but he will go to the free throw line for 2 and try to cut the lead to 12. Foul going against number 30, Hicks, for our second personal. And he gets the first one to fall. Second free throw falls. Zarneski drawing the double team out to McGee. Combs with the pump fake, nearly blocked by Stalling, but Combs is able to get the layup to go. As we see Earlham trying to go to its trap defense, try to get some turnovers. Barnes on the wing. Out to Bonin. White on the drive. He will launch the mid-ranger. No good. Rebounded by McGee. Zarneski on the wing. Out to Lake. Hicks catches it on the wing. Out to Zarneski with 10 on the shot clock. Right now, Rose Hulman taking his time on offense, trying to run some clock while looking for a good shot. With 3 seconds, Hicks is called for the offensive foul. And that will be his third personal. As Sacaleros checks in for White. We're under 6 minutes remaining in the ball game. Earlham trailing it by 14. Let's see if they got a big run in them. And turnover by the Quakers as Barnes loses it out of bounds. And with that call, that is the 14th turnover for the Quakers. The dump off pass to Combs, no good, but the putback by Callahan, as nobody was there to box him out. Bonin going baseline, his layup attempt is good. And a timeout called by the Quakers with 5:08 remaining in the second half. Earlham trailing 58-44 on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. We'll be right back in just a moment.
Looking to kickstart your fundraiser? Take your fundraising efforts to the next level with expert support from Suds Fundraising and get access to a fundraising kit full of quality products people can't wait to get their hands on, a dedicated web store to reach your online audience, a digital marketing kit that allows you to convert leads easily, and so much more. Let us help you reach your fundraising goals on time. Visit sudsfundraising.com to get started today.
Welcome back to the Athletic Wellness Center with 5:08 remaining in the second half. Earlham trailing it 58-44. Give you another update what's going on with our women's team as it is in the fourth quarter. Rose Hulman leading it 44-40 with 6.5 minutes remaining in the fourth. At the conclusion of this game, our women and men's team will be at Manchester this Saturday for the final game of the regular season. It will be Rose home in possession as the Quakers look like they have come out in their press. Sacaleros comes for the trap, up ahead to Callahan. Back over to McGee, up ahead to Lake. Combs on the wing. Zarneski's three-point attempt, no good. Rebounded by Bonin. Bonin gets inside the paint. Sacaleros trying to back down. The right-handed hook, no good. Rebounded by McGee. And McGee will slowly walk it up as we're approaching 4 minutes remaining in the game. Zarneski's pass over to Lake. Finds McGee at the top of the key. 5 on the shot clock. And a whistle blown, foul called against Barnes, and that will be his 4th personal foul. And that is the 9th team foul, so McGee will go to the free throw line for a 1-and-1. There's A.J. White checks in for Jamel Barnes. And McGee's first free throw is good. Second free throw is good, and Rose Hulman back up by 16. White over to Bonin. Stalling saves it from going out of bounds. He will take the three, rolls in and out, rebounded by Combs. Combs out to Callahan. As Rose Hulman is in no rush to get a shot off. As Lake passes it back out to Zarnecki. Finds McGee on the cut. 5 on the shot clock. McGee's turnaround jump shot no good. And the rebound finally falls to Bonin. Bonin out to White. The handoff back to White from Stalling Jr. White pull-up mid-ranger, rolls in and out, rebounded by Combs. And McGee will call a timeout for the Engineers with 2:42 remaining in the second half. Rolls Hulman leading it 60-44 on the Wesley Based Wealth Management scoreboard, and we'll be right back in just a moment.
Best One Tire and Service has been committed to our partners since 1948. With more than 250 locations in 26 states, Best One puts over 1 million tires on the road every year. Superior tires, expert service, competitive prices. Best One Tire and Service, where the best costs less.
Hi, I'm Roger Clark with Best One of Richmond. Because Best One is one of Bridgestone's largest retailers, we offer exclusive Bridgestone savings. Visit us in Richmond to save on Bridgestone tires today.
Welcome back to the Athletic Wellness Center. 2:42 remaining in the second half with Earlham trailing it by 16. As I mentioned a few moments ago, at the conclusion of this game, Earlham's men and women's team will be on the road at Manchester this Saturday for the final game of the regular season. So this will be the last time we broadcast a game in this building, unless if both our women's team, if our women's team wins both today and Saturday, and some of the other teams lose in the conference, they could host a first round game. So if that happens, we'll see you all back here sometime next week, as they are trailing right now 50-44 with less than 4 minutes remaining.
Hey man, put Christian in. That's what I'm saying. Thank you.
The inbound pass to Zarnecki, and not called for a backcourt violation. Back over to Zarnecki. The handoff to Lake, and his layup blocked by Sacaleros. 4 on the shot clock. McGee's three-pointer falls. And pushes the lead up to 19. Stalling Jr. baseline drive out to Zolman. He'll launch the three. Falls short, rebounded by Zarnecki. Can't put Chris in. This is final game here. That's what I'm saying. McGee will pull it back off to Callahan. A whistle blown, foul called against Blake Bonin. And now the Engineers are in the double bonus. And head coach Rusty Lloyd is emptying the bench as Zarnecki misses the first free throw. So Hicks, Rom will check back in, along with number 45, Tim Harris, number 33, Trey Wirtz, and number 3, David Zahat Zanati. And also into the game for the Quakers, number 3, Christian Camarillo. As Zarnecki nails the second free throw, and he will be subbed out for by number 45, Tim Harris. Elders Suki back in for Sacaleros. And Coach Shore is letting the seniors play in their last home game of their Earlham careers. The handoff to Camarillo. And Zolman will be fouled on the shot. He will go to the free throw line for 2. Foul goes against number 45, Tim Harris, his first personal. That's the first one to go. Second free throw falls for Zolman. And a travel called against Zaha Zanati. So turnover as number 4, Zachary Jackson, will check into the matchup for Hicks. Stallin Jr. on the wing. Bonin driving baseline. Stallin Jr.'s 3, no good. Rebounded by Wirtz. Zaha Sanadi on the wing, over to Jackson. And his floater falls. And checking in for Rose Hulman, number 25, Taylor Heil, along with number 21, William Bowman. And in for the Quakers, as all 5 seniors get a standing ovation for their final game here, Anthony Phillips comes in along with number 44, Connor Hubbard, number 15, Yusuf Carpenter, along with number 4, DJ Ross, and number 5, Elijah Galloway. Phillips over to Galloway, out to Carpenter. He'll take the 3, and he does not get it to fall. Rebounded by Harris. As Phillips will be called for the reaching foul, and William Bowman will go to the free throw line for 2. With 28 seconds remaining in the ball game. And first free throw, no good. So with this win, that will push the Fighting Engineers to a 13-11 overall record, 10-7 in the ACAC. As Bowman's second free throw falls. Quakers will fall to 9-15, 5-12 in the ACAC play. Phillips pull up mid-ranger as he gets it to fall. And I suspect the Engineers will dribble out the clock. And 4, 3, 2, 1. And that is going to be the ball game. The Rose Hulman Fighting Engineers take it 67-48. We're going to go over the final stats with you. The Engineers shoot 26 of 51 from the field at 51%, 7 of 18 from the three-point line, 7 of 9 from the free throw line, 15 turnovers, 32 total rebounds, 17 assists, 5 steals, and 30 points in the paint. The Quakers go 17 of 47, 36% from the field, 3 of 18 from the three-point line, 9 of 10 from the free throw line, 14 turnovers, 23 total rebounds, 12 assists, 10 steals, and 14 points in the paint. Terry Hicks leads all scorers with 13. Cannon Stallin Jr. had 12, Bowman with 11, Blake Bonin with 9, John Zarnecki with 11, Callahan with 10, and Craig McGee with 10 as well. So that is going to do it for us here at Earlham College. We at Radio Troy Broadcasting thank everybody for tuning in to another Earlham College season of basketball. Again, if our women's team wins tonight and Saturday and another couple teams lose, we may be back here next week. But if we're not, we thank you all for tuning in for the 2019-2020 season. I'm Gerardo Berg, glad to have helped broadcast this year's basketball season. And we hope to see you all this Saturday at home when our baseball team starts off their year at home with a 3-game series Saturday and Sunday. I will also be doing lacrosse this year for our men and women's team, so hope to see you all tune in as well. If not, again, we thank you all for tuning in for this year's basketball season, and I'd like to wish you all a very good night and a good rest of your week, and we hope to see you all soon. This has been RadioTroyBroadcasting.com.